Hello, my dear Virgo. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of July with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to the channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's 4 elements. Pick a card reading up. What childhood injustice is still unhealed in me for the full members to this channel? And the reading, what I am keeping in my life that's holding me back, and message from the divine are available for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for June to get a context, and this is the prediction for July. And I will start reading your cards, and I'm using the Oceanic Tarot by Jane Wallace. And I will start reading your cards. So, when I open your deck here, I see the 2 of Wands together with the 10 of Wands. So here it's actually feel like some kind of injustice has been done to you, and you're trying to see to that it's not repeating. You're trying to make logic decisions to not be sucked into that kind of drama again. The 10 of Swords is connected to the Wheel of Fortune, which is kind of a karmic re-event over and over again until we have learned what we were supposed to learn from this scenario. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the 2 of Pentacles instead of 2 of Wands. We have the 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords being the significator here. And the 2 of Pentacles shows that this, not always easy to keep yourself logic, to keep yourself in balance when injustice is being done to you. That sometimes it's hard if people are being unfair or rude or humiliating you, or just plain being mean. It can be a little bit hard to not take it personally and to not make it about yourself, but to actually stay loving towards yourself in self-respect and in balance. But you're trying, so that's beautiful. And I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And here we have another 10 and a 10 of cups. So this points to that this is something that happens in your more deeper relationship. It probably happened first in your family relationship, and then it kind of repeats itself. The 2 of Pentacles is also a little bit like an 8, like an eternity symbol. So it can repeat itself, for example, in your romantic relationship, the same thing that happened in your original family, or in your friendship relationship, or other type of relationships. But it's the same old, same old. So you probably have been treated in a certain way that wasn't all that harmonious, and you are trying to find a way to balance it and to heal from it, and to kind of put maybe boundaries towards people with the 2 of Wands that we saw. That's a power card, to keep it from happening again. It's like you're trying to take control over the situation. So I call the 6 elements, and here we have the 2 of Wands again, a vision of a better life, of not repeating or letting other people repeat the same pain inside of you. So 2-2, you're really trying to stay focused, stay in balance. You're trying to take a stand for yourself and be fair to yourself. Okay. The 2s are connected to Justice card, number 11. It's also connected to the High Priestess card, number 2, and Judgment, which is 20. Seeing situation from an above perspective and making a good choice, making good choices for yourself and for your future. Okay, so it was done there magically. So, okay. I'll just tune in for a few seconds here to you, the person most on your mind, and your relationship in July. This is the new bottom of the deck, and we have a beautiful Ace of Pentacles, prosperity. You want to live your best life and have the best relationships possible. You don't want to waste time being in destructive patterns with destructive people. So you want to get also true to other people and be able to share how you feel or how things are affecting you. So that they have the possibility to understand what you are going through and how things feels for you, and to help them if they want to. So help them to not treat you like this in the future. If they can't, it's all about your choices, maybe to see less of that person that can't treat you with respect. But the ultimate outcome is, of course, that we can communicate in such a way that the other person understands us, and kind of the penny drops and they, okay, so I see, I understand, I won't do that again, or we can solve it like this. But it's not always that can happen, because not all people are awakened or even sane or even nice. So old bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. It's gratitude. So I think this is showing you that you have worked a lot of your self-sufficientness. That's kind of step one when we want to start to treat ourselves better, is to become more self-sufficient. So we are not dependent on people that's not nice towards us. So we are kind of kidnapped to the situation, and we can't break free because we need those mean people to feed us or to provide us with our salary, or they are maybe the parents to our kids, things like this. But with the Nine of Pentacles, you have worked on becoming more and more self-sufficient, to be able to take care of yourself and the people that depends on you, without being dependent on people that's not nice or not cooperative, or that's using your vulnerable situation or your vulnerable position towards them to continue their control or their unfairness. Okay. So this is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind. This is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. This deck is also chosen from it being the Cancer season, so a little bit watery energy. This is your feelings, the bond between you and your loved one. This is their feelings towards you, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for July, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with a situation, and we have death, transformation. So a relationship that meant a lot to you, and you probably were really dependent on these people. It can have been your parents, for example, or maybe your wife or your husband or your best friend. I feel like you needed to change things in this relationship to make it more healthy. And for some of you, you even had to sacrifice the relationship in itself. For some of you, you're also going through a major transformation in yourself. It's about facing death, change, loss of hope even. It's a way to break free. It's a way to become a grown-up. If you have a lot of hope that a person that's very difficult will change, you might stay chained into that situation forever and ever. And it's like die before you die, to let go of things, to transform your life from one stage to the other, so that you kind of cut your losses with things that you have dreamt of, but that was impossible to achieve, maybe because you didn't get the support that was needed. This card, I hear some melody to it, and I think about DIDO, white flag. I will go down with this ship. So I feel also that sometimes we need to kind of go down with the ship with a a relationship ending and not telling the other person how we feel, because that would reinstigate the relationship. And maybe that is a self-destructive pattern to reinstigate a bad relationship. So even if we love the person to pieces, we might not want to have another chance. Even if our heart belongs to that person, we are trying to be logic in this situation and kind of cut our losses, or make a logic choice and maybe sacrifice that relationship. The beauty of it, the dream of it, so it's some kind of dream that has been sacrificed, but it's for the soberness of awareness of truth, so that you have kind of awakened to the truth, and the change that's happening here in your life is going to make you live a more harmonious life with more harmonious people, and not engage yourself in destructive patterns with destructive people. You can be with them for a while, but always have clear boundaries, and let them know that all the stuff is not going to work on you. So maybe they will get the message. So this is what's on your mind, and we have reunion. It's the 3 of Cups. So it's like what I said, your heart belongs to these people, even if they were never able to love you properly, or fulfill your needs, or support you, or be loyal towards you, or act with respect towards you. You love them, and when you are with them, you feel a little bit at home, and like these are your people. So it's very sad that the relationship can't be more healthy. Okay, this is what's on their mind. And we have the vortex, temptation. It's the devil. So it's like this person also acknowledged that it's a drama going on between you two, where you again and again is acting from your old patterns, old projections. It's like we not really see the other person. We just get triggered by certain words, certain actions, certain events, and then the old tape recorder, or the old kind of, it plays up the same thing again and again. Our old survival techniques, our old behaviors. We just act and react from a place of not really being aware, but subconsciously just doing what we always have done. And I feel like this person acknowledged that this is the case. They realized, like, okay, this isn't healthy, and I don't know why I'm reacting like that, or why I get so angry, or why I can't respect the person, or why I can't be grateful for them, or cherish them, or not take them for granted, but actually value them. So they have, I feel like they have acknowledged it, but they still feel that it's out of reach for them to fix the problem. They just see the problem, but it's like, okay, now it happened again, and it just happened. So it can be from a really bad place. It can be like straight up abuse, or like violent abuse, or sexual abuse, or psychological abuse. But on another scale, it can be that, you know, we take out our frustration on the people we love the most when we're really angry with someone at work, for example. So it's something that's just happened over dinner, and then it's over. And maybe we say we're sorry afterwards, but we're still doing the same thing again and again and again. And this is the bond between the two of you. And we have the Knight of Swords drama. So it's like this feeling of wanting to be right. It's one person, I think it's the person you're dealing with, is very amped up on this with winning. And it's almost like they have been raised by people that always battle them, and therefore they are always battling you, and they want to win arguments. They want to win, like get things in the way that they want things, and they want to control the situation, and they might come with ridiculous explanations to why they should be the one that kind of goes winning out of this argument. And they might also be trying to take command or power in the situation, just intimidating you or other people around them to get what they want. So nothing is forbidden for this person. But the Knight of Swords also talks to you, and it's about cutting away the things that's holding you back. So it's almost like you're looking at your shadow. Temptation, the vortex, it's the devil. It's also representative of our shadow, or our projections, our built-in drama, our old karma. And with the Knight of Swords, you have the chance to become aware of it and cut yourself free of it. So it's like the positive side of the Knight of Swords. The negative is the combative personality, that we are so convinced that we are right and the other one is wrong. Okay. And this is your feelings. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, destiny. So you also realize that you're being swept into the same spiral over and over and over again. But it feels a little bit more like clarity here. It's the 10 Wheel of Fortune is connected to the 10 of Swords that we saw and the 10 of Cups that we saw in the beginning. Showing karma when it comes to the events in your life, particularly when it comes to your most closest relationships. And you have gotten the message, so you realize, this must be like something, it must be karmic, or it must be a pattern that I'm repeating, because it's happening the same thing with different people. We can see this when our friend comes and complains about their situations. They usually end up in very funny situation that you wouldn't end up in. Let's say that they always get fired from their work, even though they were the one doing the right thing. They get blamed for the stuff that happened, and they end up being the one that are fired, even if they were the one that, did everything right and helped the situation, but no one realizes it. And that's the pattern for that person. For you, it can be a different pattern that you're, for example, faced with this aggressive know-it-alls. Okay. So it's different for different people, but we can usually see that that would never happen to me, but it always happens to you. So it's that kind of karmic trauma event that's repeating here. And you are trying to stop it, but you love the person or the people so much that it's hard for you to do the to follow truth and logic in this situation, because you just want them to change so you can be be together in a harmonious relationship. And it might be a hope that is hard to let go of. And this is their feelings, and we have 3 of Swords. So I think you have probably started to change the dynamic in this relationship, and the person starts to feel like you don't love them anymore. Because before, they probably acted out, and maybe you were acting very loving in the situation. And that was them kind of milking you from love. If they did something nasty towards you and you still stood there and still loved them and still cherished the relationship, they kind of got a wave of love over them, or felt very loved. Like, look, I was acting horrible and they still love me. So they might have been, for example, when they were growing up, they might have been like the rascal kid that got a lot of criticism from the world around, and therefore they don't feel loved for who they are. So they are trying to find someone that loves them for who they are. So they continue this negative behavior, and the person that loves them anyways is the person that they want to stay with, but also torment that person to the end of days. And you are kind of saying, well, I love you so much, I would my heart would want to stay and be tormented by you to the end of days, but I know I need to change this because it's a karmic situation for me. I'm dragged into the same. I can see this also happened in my family when I was a kid, or this happened with my best friend when I was little. We had the same dynamic, and I don't want that for me anymore. And then this person starts to feel like you don't love them, because before you kind of forgave all the stupid things that they did, and they felt like really cherished, like a baby that's unconditionally loved by its parents. And they have milked you and milked the situation to get that feeling, to feel loved and worthy no matter who they are. And of course, we should be loved for who we are, and probably they got a little bit traumatized on the way by people not understanding them as a child and the child's needs. But it doesn't mean that they are without responsibility as adults. So they really need to see this for themselves. Okay, I'm repeating this because I want unconditional love, but I also need to give unconditional love to get it. And that's what they might be maybe not getting. And now they're just feeling they know they should change, but they're always drawn into the same situation because the Knight of Swords feels so good for them to take power or to say something nasty or to refuse the situation or rebel. But then they notice that you have maybe taken a step back. You have realized the pattern of self-destructive relationships, and you're trying to heal yourself here, but you're so drawn to loving this person still. This is your behaviors and attitudes, the Knight of Cups proposal. So if this person would just change a little, you would probably love them to the end of days. It's I'm hearing a song again. See here. It's a million reasons. I just need one. There's a million reasons for me to walk away, but I just need one good one to stay. So if this person just realized what a danger the relationship was in, and could stop this, it's a self-feeding system, because they feel a lot of reward when they are acting in the way that they have been doing. They feel maybe powerful, or like they won, or like they are loved no matter how they behave. And it's very rewarding for them. So it's like if you're really hungry for, let's say, chocolate cookies, and you have a chocolate cookie in front of you, but you say you shouldn't eat it. And then it comes one more chocolate cookie and one more chocolate cookie and one more. Eventually you're going to eat it. So this is for them about realizing that the chocolate cookie isn't a really chocolate cookie. It's like a laxative, and it's going to be horrible consequences. So they're going to have to feel that repulsion towards the situation, and or maybe take themselves out of the situation, go into silent retreat and figure out their own emotions, because it's something that's unhealed with them. But with the Knight of Cups, it's a little bit danger for you to easily just forgive and go back into the old pattern, and maybe even willingly so, because you're so happy when there's not a conflict anymore. And here we have a Nine of Wands, defense. So we can see that it's hard for this person to it's so rewarding for them to do what they are doing. So it's hard for them. They don't have any real incentive to change what they are doing. And you're not giving it either, because you're not practicing tough love here. And this is the outcome for July. And we have the Six of Pentacles, generosity. So it seems like they know that they are acting in a bad way, but why should they change? There's no really reason for them to change, and you just want them to give you one reason to stay, and they feel like, why should I change? There's no. So I think they won't change until it's too late, or they won't realize that I should have changed, I should have tried better, until it's too late. Okay, so clarify the Death card. We have Eight of Pentacles. So 8, we also have, no, I thought we had an 8 here, 8 defense, 8 of Wands, but we didn't. 8 of Pentacles is also this eternity symbol. So I feel like this is you really trying to take this situation seriously and do some healthy changes. So that's the clarification for Death, that you realize that there needs a change in this situation. And the Three of Cups, Nine of Swords. So it's very tormenting for you to be in love with this person, or to love these people. It's not very supportive. You're not feeling the love. Okay. And clarifying the Vortex, the Devil. And here we have the Two of Wands. It's the card that we saw in the beginning. I feel like you need to take control, but this person is taking control by using this drama because they're getting some kind of food or energy out of it. Clarifying the Knight of Swords, and it's a Page of Pentacles. So it shows that even if it's a difficult situation, it's also a situation that has a seed of possibilities in it. And I think it comes from you if you use the Knight of Swords properly and start to cut away the things that's not healthy. And I think cut away, and with a communication that I don't want to do this anymore because of this. And you also need to have some self-control to back that up. In other case, people are not going to take it seriously, and they are not going to believe you, and they are going to treat you all the same. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups. So you feel like you have done this so many times over and over and over and over again, and you're kind of sick and tired of it now. So all that love, what did it give you? Nothing. All that self-sacrifice, all that you carrying the biggest load, it didn't give you anything. It just drained you. Clarifying Three of Swords, Judgment. They know this is going to sting. They know it. They can see it from an above perspective. It's like they are doing it anyway. They are continuing down the same road anyways. Clarifying the Knight of Cups, your behaviors and attitudes. Two of Swords. This is you fighting yourself. You're trying to be logic in the situation and not for... It's like... remember to not forgive you. I need to remember to not forgive you. I'm not allowed to forgive you. I shouldn't forgive you. I not allowed to forgive you. It's like, don't get back there. Don't do it again. So almost like the song, Remember to Forget You. But here it's like, remember to not forgive you. Clarify the Defense card. Knight of Pentacles. It's like they see the necessity of change, but they just are a little bit like, nah, I don't want to. I don't want to. It's like comfortable the way things are now. Why do I have to? Because they have been in a favorable position. They don't feel like the real incentive to give this up or to let that power go. It's like, no, I don't want to. It's like not comfortable. Can't things just be the way they were? Clarifying the Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Well, it's very likely that they will have their will through, because Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups shows that you are very prone to negotiating, forgiving and forgetting. So if they are stubborn enough, you're probably just going to yield and, not make a fuss about stuff. So this is advice for you. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So it's like you're carrying someone else's self-destructiveness because you love them. So if they are not doing the right thing, you try to do the right thing for them. If they are not acting nice, you're trying to fix the situation so it will be nice for both of you. It's like when you have a child that's in a certain age and wants to make a mess of everything, and you promise to go to do something fun, like to a playground or like the zoo or something, and the child just acts out, but you still, you take the whole weight of the conflict between you and the child, and you still drag both of your small asses to zoo so that they won't be destroyed, because you don't want the child to feel the pain, the consequences of their own actions, since you know that it's behavior that comes from their personal growth. It's like symptoms of their personal growth, of them developing to a grown-up human eventually. But sometimes, we need to give them the consequences. We will say, okay, I would love to have gone to the zoo today with you, but I'm seeing you're not in the mood for that kind of fun. So we'll stay home instead, and I will start to clean the house, and you can do your homework, and we can go to the zoo a day when you are in a better mood. So it's sad, and we feel like it's impact to our heart, because we would want to give the child that we love so much this experience, and we don't want it to have a guilty conscience of destroying the day. But we can do it in a gracious way, that the child knows it's not a revenge that you are doing, and that it's just simply the plain consequences of them not being in a great mood for any fun this particular day. So it's not yours to carry. Let it go. If the other person is, acting out, don't try to fix it. Say, okay, so I see this is not working today. Okay, so your life is a canvas. This is for the other person. Artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. And I think this with accountability is the key word, that you need to let this person become accountable for their own actions or inactions. If they are acting out or being destructive or being acting silly or short-sighted or mean towards you or other people, let them get the hands-on consequences, not from you but the world. It's as if, okay, so it's from you a little bit, because you might say, okay, so it doesn't seem fun to hang around with you today, so I'm going to do this instead. You can't do that with a child, but if it's a spouse or a family member or friend, it's all right. So and I think they need the creative accountability. They need to have the accountability for their own creations. If they create a mess, it's their mess. It's not your mess. You are carrying around their mess, and you don't need to. Okay, so, but outcome for July, it seems like you will get along fine, but it's because you are carrying the weight of the world. Okay, so it can be worse, and it would be good, because this person needs to be accountable for their own actions or inactions. So I would urge you to watch the love reading for June to learn more about the situation or relationship. And please share my videos to let more people know about them. Also like the video to show YouTube that you want to continue seeing readings from me in your feed. And of course, subscribe and hit the notification bell to be sure that you get noticed when I'm posting a new video. Thank you so much in advance also for watching this far. Take really good care. Until next time, stay awake, stay healthy, stay blessed, and bye for now.